Good morning, YouTube family. Today is Monday, May 22nd. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, 48, 50 degrees, and it rained quite a bit over the weekend, which is pretty awesome. I was away for 2 days, and these look like they tripled, quadrupled in size. These are petunias I started from seed, and my elephant ear is finally coming to the party. And my lemon tree is pushing out so much new growth. Looking good, and it looks like we got about a little bit over 2 inches of rain. Here's the matching pot on the other side with the elephant ear and the petunias. Before I left, there was a frost, and I think that was Wednesday night. Yeah, and so this fig tree got a little damaged. I took off 2 leaves, probably gonna pluck that one off too. And my whole garden was covered in comforters and blankets. But it worked. Everything looks pretty good. Over here, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna have to drain out some of this water. These plants have been sitting in this water since Saturday when it rained. Like I said, I was away for the weekend. And there go the 2 fig leaves that I pulled off. Oh Lord, everything is swimming. When I came home last night, I just didn't have the energy to come out here and deal with any of this, so I'm gonna do it today. Green stalk is looking pretty darn good. Look at this Merlot lettuce. This is Butter Crunch. This one doesn't seem to be doing very well. I think this is Marvel of 4 Seasons. It's done better for me than this. It just keeps getting almost burnt. It doesn't even make sense because it's not too hot and it's not too cold. Spinach is coming along. This is the cilantro. I'm lying, I think this is parsley. This is yellow patio choice tomato. My peas, they shot up so much since I left. And the strawberries are coming along. I try to put a bean plant in each of these little pockets just to kind of help with the nitrogen level. This looked like one of the lima beans broke through. I have some in my pocket to put in the garden bed over there when I'm done with this video. Oh, everything is looking good. Except for this. I almost want to pull it out. I'm not sure why it's doing that. So in each level, there's either a pea or a bean, or both. But everything is looking good. So this is the yellow patio choice. And on this side, this tomato was very long and lanky, and all I did was bend it over and tuck this part under the soil. And you see how good it looks now. It's developed roots along there, and so it's looking much better than it was before. It looked like it was on its last leg before I bent it. Over here, I have this later blooming azalea. It's a beautiful orangey red color. It is so pretty. So pretty. And my maple, I trimmed it up even a little bit more. So it just looks a little bit more graceful, and it's nice to see a little space in there. Kind of give it a little shaping and some form. Over here, have the rudbeckias, some salvia. This is done blooming, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut back all this new growth here and kind of bring it down a little bit. It's a little too tall. And the alliums are starting to open up. On this side, ferns are out. My Monet, Weigela, Astilbe. My yarrow, they took. There's 2 here. Debating whether or not I should move one from here because the one that was here didn't make it. Actually, I think there's two in that spot too. The Mountain Laurel is all budded up. And the hosta has finally pushed its way all the way out. Everything looks good here. Apparently I need to fill the bird bath. And I'm not sure if this was in the last video, but I just cut this all the way back, and I'm probably gonna end up digging out the roots and put something different here. Maybe this limelight or little lime hydrangea will take over that space and I won't have to do anything. Because I do want that big white accent there in the late summer. Everything looks very, very good over here. Oh, and the holly is blooming, although it doesn't have a pollinating partner. Ooh, look how pretty. Wow, these pots look great. The spring has been so cool. All of these plants look so good. They're loving the cool temperatures. And my hostas. I feel like I need one more right in here. And something, maybe not hosta, maybe a little red, maybe a heuchera, something like that. Right here to bring a little bit more color, or something a little more chartreuse. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that. And the last video I mentioned that my plants were coming out looking twisty like this. But I think eventually they figure their way out. But this is not the only one. It's this. The forsythias over here on the side, they're doing it, and a few other plants. If I remember, I'll show it. This last time I forgot to show it. But eventually, I think it works its way out. Or maybe it's something I'm going to have to trim off because it looks crazy. Up here, it didn't do that, but down here it did. Volunteer calendula. This one is way taller than that one on the dahlia. I'm thinking I need to prune this to make it a little bit more bushy, and I need to put a support in this pot too, because dahlias can get quite big. Lady's mantle looking gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Just gorgeous. And this is one of my alliums. The roses are budded up. June is coming. They'll be opening soon. And here go the geraniums. And look at these alliums. I put these in the fall. Talk about gorgeous. And look at the size of them. Oh my God. And wow. The salvia is open, or opening, because they do get quite a bit taller. And these irises I moved from the side of the house. I took a clump and put it here in the spring of last year as I was thinning. Oh, it looks like I might get a bloom off of some of my new irises. I don't remember their names, but they're beautiful. I ordered them from Snyder's or Shriners or something like that. Some iris distributor online. Oh, my yarrow with a wood chip in the middle. I hope it's fine. And there's another one right there. And delphinium right there. And these are blooming, which is awesome. That one, as beautiful as it is, I got it from my dad's garden. I took a root from his garden and put it here. This is the ajuga. It was blooming earlier in the season. Had a little bit of a residue of the purple bloom there. Wow. Everything looks so good. This loves its spot. Wow. It's massive. This, it's a little bit behind because I moved it this spring. So we shall see next year. However, it did bloom first. So pretty. Just wow. It's amazing what a good rain can do. And apparently the birds or something enjoying the buds on my roses. The alyssum survived, but the grass I planted last year doesn't seem to be striving. There is one, two, there's probably about 10 on this entire side, and nothing seems to be going on. It's almost like the winter got to them. Oh yeah, here's another one. I didn't realize that the I'm not sure what's eating it, enjoyed the rosebuds like this. But this is about to be an awesome show. Look at all of these buds. Wow. And I did spray the roses. I think I showed that in a previous video. Ooh, this is pretty. I can't remember the name of that right now. I don't know why. The bleeding heart looks great, but it is done blooming. Underneath it is a bearded, I never remember the name of these things. Bluebeard gold crest. I love the chartreuse color, and the purple blooms, which is why I bought it. I guess purple is the theme. This is a penstemon that I started from seed. The last surviving bloom from the bleeding heart. This is a black-eyed Susan that took a root from the back, and more delphiniums, and another bearded blue. And here's a close-up of the, oh my goodness, of the iris from my father's garden. Wow, look at these. The pollen. That is interesting. I've never actually noticed that on a iris before. Wow. Wow. And wow, this is going to be a beautiful show over here as well. On this clematis, however you want to pronounce it. And the sedum is sending up its bloom buds. And these irises, for some reason, are a little bit further behind and don't seem to have a bloom stalk yet. This is my Sherbert peony, and it looked like it's starting to open, and so is my Baptisia. Everything is looking fantastic. And what I noticed last time when I was filming, this is Baptisia. Apparently when I moved it from here, which was the original home, and moved it over, I left a root. So now I'm gonna have it in a different location. 10 of them going down this way. And my hope is to find some more to finish up going all the way up the path. That's the hope. I do have some options because these were like just a little clump last year, so I could split these instead of going to buy more. But you know. Over here, ooh, wow. They always say, with the 3-year rule, The first year they sleep, second year they creep, and the third year they leap in regards to plants. And absolutely the case with the clematis and all the other plants. I think I'm gonna dig this rose up. It's not doing well. Not one leaf or anything of that. I'm gonna put it in a pot, let it become a little bit more established before, because the other two have growth on it. This one does not. And I know it looks a mess, but before I left on Friday, I broke off these here so that the rose could get some more sun. They're almost done blooming anyway. I think there's a few more buds to open here, then I could really cut it back so that the roses and the other plants I put here could get more sun. See, this one is leafing out. That's the Eustacia Vi roses from David Austin. And here's another Royal Candle Speedwell that I could split and put it in the front. There was one here last year, but I had some peppers growing there. The peppers got very big and it shaded it out, so it died. So I could move that, and probably should. Here's the other Eustacia Vi rose. Or this one has been here for many, many years, but I think it's too much water from the downspout. And this one is always, at least 3 times bigger. They've been here for the same amount of time. This poppy is red. It looked like it's coming, but this one's a little bit further ahead. I see a little color here on the tip. I did purchase another clematis. It's a purple one, which reminds me I'd have to put something for it to run on. And this is a zinnia, the only Lemon Queen red, I think it was, from Baker Creek that actually grew. I did the entire packet of seed. That's the only one that I got. This is another delphinium I started from seed. And over here, ooh, I promise you this pepper did not look this good when I left when I left on Friday or even Saturday morning. And it looks like there's been a critter digging in my hydrangea pot. It looks like I have a hydrangea bud. This one is the Summer Crush. It's a reblooming hydrangea, and initially the leaves were looking a little spotty, like it was deficient in something, but it's looking much better. And so is this Scotch bonnet. I think these are stock plants. If I didn't mix them up, I believe they're stock. And there's another Summerific right over there. And another rose bush, also sprayed for, as soon as I started seeing this spots is when I sprayed it. It was a little bit advanced on this plant. This plant has a little bit of it, but everything is all budded up and ready to go. This one's my favorite. I'm ready for it. It smells wonderful, and it's a beautiful color, and it's a beautiful rose. That one that I dug up doesn't seem to have made it, which is why I'm so hesitant to dig things up, because I thought this would have done perfectly fine, but I'm gonna leave it for a little bit to see if it does anything. But the other one that I dug up from the front, these are both from the front where those dahlias are right now. And this one seems to have transplanted fine, got new growth coming at the top and all along the stem. So I'm not sure what color this is. This might be the purple one or the lilac one, not sure. And we're back around to the deck. All of this is here waiting for me to do my peppers. I have to put in, my slicer tomatoes and a few other things. Along the edge here, I started putting down edging for the garden. This area also needs to be mulched. I'll see if I have time. So I was able to get a little bit done, and the other 2 boxes are in the garage to finish that project off. And look at this. This is another type of salvia, and it is looking gorgeous. Over here, I put cosmos all along the wall, and we have some volunteer snapdragons. And like I mentioned before, these are the same 3 variety, but this one was up front, and I moved it, so it's on a different pace than the other 2. I believe these are more baby's breath that I've transplanted here. I'm starting to think this is a sunflower. I'm not sure. These are volunteer calendula, volunteer possibly sunflower. I thought it was a cucumber or something of that family based on the cotyledon leaves, but nope. And this looks to be a volunteer echinacea. I'm not sure if it's the, which one it would be. The leaf doesn't look like this one. It's either echinacea or black-eyed Susan. If it's red, which would make sense because it's right next to it, the leaf is shaped differently, so I'm not sure. Oh, I have a volunteer Cosmo from last year. This one was a white one. And my alliums. More volunteer Snapdragon and Calendula. Yeah, a lot of Snapdragons. And this is a volunteer poppy from last year. It's a white poppy. I did go ahead and pull up the 2 alliums that were here in the corner because they weren't doing anything. They were drying up and really not producing any kind of bloom. Oh, what's happening here? This looks crazy. Oh, okay. No, it's just debris. Volunteer calendula, marigold planted. And this hydrangea's taken a while to fill out. I should have cleaned out the base, but More snapdragons. This is a weed. But these are snapdragons. Volunteer calendula I'll move from somewhere else. Those allium bulbs I put right here. Maybe they will live for next year. This is the baby's breath, Cosmo, snapdragon, and a weed. And marigold and coneflower, purple coneflower. Ooh, I need to open this up. Oh, yeah, I need to open this up today. Yeah, let's do that right now. I have to cover it with something bigger because I'm smothering out ooh, the spinach, and the spinach seems to be bolting, so I need to use, oh yeah, they are bolting. We have golden beets in here, which they didn't start putting up, but look at the size of the spinach. Oh my God. Yeah, spinach is on the menu this week. And here go the peas. So I have to put in the trellis for the peas, and I have to pull out these spinach, and then that lettuce that I have over there that needs a home, I'm gonna put them in here once I take the spinach out. And same thing under here. Did the cucumber make it? There's a cucumber, volunteer cucumber here. It made it through the cold weather. Yeah, I'm gonna trellis this as soon as I'm done with this video. Oops. Ooh, the peas are hanging on to the thing. It won't let go. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so yeah, I have to trellis this stat. Got some bug damage at the base here. Slugs, it looks like, yeah. Okay, the beets are coming along, and there goes some spinach, and the thyme has like tripled in size. All right, so I'm gonna work on that in a few. Cosmo, baby's breath, and alyssum right here, and looks like a few volunteer tomatoes of some sort, or No, pepper? Ooh, I'm gonna leave that alone. Cornflower. And yeah, I'm gonna uncover the carrots. Yeah, they're looking pretty darn good. I'll deal with that in a minute. And looks like the slug or something is eating, or the pill bug, because I've recently learned the pill bug likes to eat things down to nothing. Yeah, it's eating my okra. My marigolds are looking sad. Cosmo, baby's breath, I believe. And some sunflowers, which I started. I believe they're red. And over here, oh, let's not forget what's going to be my standard Pinky Winky hydrangea. I see this leaf, this branch is alive, and this branch is alive. And here's my garden bed, and some of my peas popped up. The other day I came down and I put in some peas to bring some nitrogen, or beans rather, to bring some nitrogen to this bed. And I see some are popping up. Yep. I don't know if you can see it because I'm moving too fast. Yep. I see them. There's one. And there's another. And there's a snail. Get off. And I believe there should be some down here somewhere. So I'm going to open that up a little bit. Yep. Everything looks good. I still haven't put up my trellis yet. It's gonna be a tomato trellis right along here just to keep the cherry tomatoes corralled and on this side. And over here, we're gonna have peppers. Well, these are determined tomatoes. Some kind of Roma tomato, never heard of it. Aroma is the name of it? Roma paste tomato. I'm guessing it's a play on the actual Roma tomato. This here like doubled in size in 2 days. And here are the bell peppers and a few hot peppers. The poblano and a sugar rush peach and a shishito. But other than that, it's all bell peppers. Under here, we got the eggplants. They still look pretty good. And I don't know why the kale is so stagnant. This should be further along than this at this point. So I feel like this bed needs something, probably a top dress of compost. And the elephant garlic is looking quite elephant. It's huge. Ooh, and there's a scape forming. I have to cut that. As what I understand, I have to cut the scape. Cool. And these are all hard neck garlic in here. So when they form their scapes, I have to cut that. So this is my first time successfully getting to this point with garlic. So I have, this is Little Gem lettuce, butter crunch, I believe. And this is, do I remember? I don't remember. Maybe Marvel of Four Seasons. Right, the same one that is having a hard time surviving up there in the green stalk. This is it, and it looks beautiful. Look at this one down here in the corner. Oh, so pretty. The cabbages are coming along, and so is the callaloo, which I put in last week. And I see a lot of walnuts or maple nuts or whatever popping up in there because the squirrels had a wonderful time this fall burying stuff in here, but now they can't get in there to retrieve it. Now it's going to be a tree. The nasturtium, variegated nasturtium, looks great. And the shallots look great. And I have some beans in my pocket to drop in here between the garlic and the shallots just to bring some nitrogen to this bed. to fix some nitrogen. All right. On the back here, everything is looking good. I don't believe I'm going to get, the only fruit I think I'm going to get from over here this year, probably peaches. Everything else didn't work out, didn't seem like it worked out. I don't know. Here I could see some peaches here and there. And for the most part, based on how I pruned and how many branches we lost last year, for the most part, it looks like the tree is already thinned and I don't have to do much of anything. I don't believe there's any fruit on the pear tree. I saw some flowers the other day, but oh yes, there's just like a few, but only on one variety. I'm not sure what's going on with the other varieties. My onion going to seed so I can collect some fresh seeds because the other ones did not germinate this past year. Nothing on the plum trees. I thought I saw a plum earlier in the spring, but ooh, look at that hawk. Oh shoot, I'm missing it. There he is. The birds are chasing him. They do that all the time. He's like a resident hawk. He hangs out here. They're all surrounding him. I don't know what he did, but they're not happy with him. Those blue jays are mean. Look at them, they're trying to get rid of him. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave y'all to y'all little feud. All right, my roses are budded up and good to go. My poor chives, they've bloomed, but I haven't watered them in forever. Thank God for the little rain. Ooh, my one comfrey looks so good. My one, maybe two, remain in cherry. Yeah, the birds will probably get this. I have no hope for this, so. And no plums over here either, so this year was not a plum year. I think the blooms got too cold and kind of fell off when we had that last frost. Here's a peony, nice and plump, look like it's ready to open. And my cardboard, my plan to smother these weeds right here didn't work out. It went away. And here's the Baptisia back here, and some more roots of the iris. And more attempts to smother weeds. My callaloo, a sunflower, comfrey, a whole bunch of weeds, nasturtium, comfrey, and the lilies. Oh, wow. I don't think I knew that they had so many buds on one stalk. I thought it was just one, but this looks like it has 5. That's a lot of flowers. My cilantro and my callaloo. And some weeds. And that's literally it for my garden today, but everything looks great. I'm thankful for the rain and my little waterway here. I'm sure it was full to the brim considering we had 2 inches of rain on Saturday. But yeah, let me get to work and trellis my peas and cover them from the bunnies, and pour off the water that those plants are sitting in after the rain. Y'all have a great day.